Hi everyone and welcome. I'm really pleased to introduce you to Esra here, who we've invited to speak at Gamification Europe. Esra, could you introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about you and your gamification background.
Okay, so yes, thank you for inviting me. So I am Esra van Beelen and I am in the gamification industry because of a personal experience. At age 27, I have had a burnout. And after a year of being burned out, I realized that I had lost my playfulness. I kind of became more like a pawn in the game of other people, maybe a game I even didn't like that much, and I didn't really make choices. So since that insight, first I got my own playfulness back, and thereby also my energy. And I started researching what playfulness is and what the relation is with playfulness and stress. So I had read the books from Jane McGonigal to Johan Huizinga. I did game studies. I worked as an applied game designer for a few years. And about 2.5 years ago, I started my own company, School for Ninja. And with this company, we developed a gamified health intervention with which people can train their playfulness. To reduce stress and also bottom-up improve organizational cultures.
That's really cool. I'm going to digress briefly because I'm really interested. So have you seen any changes in the type of stress people are experiencing because of COVID and quarantine and lockdown?
Yes, of course. So I think stress is also a question of adaptability. When something adapts in a situation, that can be stressful and that can be small or big. But obviously, COVID is a huge adaptation for a lot of people. And I think also for some people to their advantage. Their world becomes smaller. So maybe when it's really hectic traveling to work and home, that might be better now in the COVID situation. But obviously, there's also a lot of stressful factors. And I've seen people handling it with playfulness as well. So that is a good thing.
Ooh. Will there be any tips on that in your talk?
Yeah, that might be. I will think about it. Yeah, there might be. Yes.
Could you give us, in that, it seems like can you give us a little bit of insight into what attendees can expect to hear in your talk without giving away the really juicy?
Okay. So yeah, in my talk, I will compare mindfulness, which a lot of people know, to playfulness, which is not really a lot of used intervention in organizations. So I think there are 3 main differences, and I think both mindfulness and playfulness are important, but there's a lot of advantages in playfulness, especially in organizational context.
That's very good. I like that a lot. Now, this is a conference. Obviously, have you been to any gamification conferences? What do you look for? What excites you about attending them if you have?
Yeah, so when I became part of the game industry in the Netherlands, it's quite like you see a lot of the same faces in conferences. And that's what I noticed also going to gamification and also applied game conferences. But that's also, I think, one of the best things in this industry is that the people are so passionate. And unlike what you might expect from game people, they're not always very competitive, but more, I think, cooperative. What I noticed is they're always interested in helping each other out. So.
I so agree. It's such a collaborative community. It's why it's a joy to put on a conference. Yeah.
Totally agree.
To be honest, if you don't enjoy playing, you're probably in the wrong industry. So
yes,
it's good that people play together. That's great. And so have you spotted anything you're looking forward to at Gamification Europe, apart from your own talk, obviously?
Yes, of course. Also, the theme for me is very interesting. The disruption and also with the focus on health, but also education. So that is all very, very interesting for me. And I saw one of your speakers. I written his name down. I didn't hear about him. It's Ben Wilkins.
Ben Wilkins.
You already spoke to him. And what I like is that what I saw is that he is motivating elderly to exercise, if I say this correctly. But what I especially like is that unlike most gamifications that do it with Most do it with the regular things like the points and the goal setting, but he does it with comedy. So I'm very curious about his the memes and the comedy he uses to motivate people.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting talk also because he basically co-created it with the audience. So about finding things that they really enjoy. But I don't want to give away too much about it. But that's a great one. I'm looking forward to that one as well. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Esra. It's I'm really looking forward to your talk, and I hope everyone else is as well. Thanks.
Okay, good. Thank you, Pete.